In a few days, our Muslim brothers will be breaking their fasts, and I would like to take this opportunity to wish them back at the Salah. In the few weeks to today, there's been a lot of agitation in the country where various people on social media are posting hashtags fix the country, fix Mother Ghana, and everybody is pointing out to things that are seemingly wrong, or people are looking at the space around them and realizing that, look, they don't fit in that space. 2021, as some of us said, was going to be a very difficult year. We had just come out of a pandemic, or coming out of a pandemic, because the pandemic is still COVID-19, is still with us, and government had a lot of challenges in the pandemic year because revenues were low, and you have to also keep up the social interventions that you have to do to cushion people. We do understand that governments around the world are having it a difficult task, juggling, balancing the two. That is not an excuse for certain things that is perceived to be wrong with this country. But for me, I want to take a different angle to this conversation. The youth are right. They see things wrong and they want to voice their opinion. But at the same time, the youth also have to understand the system that we find ourselves in. We are in a democracy. It's what our forefathers gave us, it's what we accepted and what we have decided to move forward with. We are not in a revolution where one person dictates what happens. We all have decided that as a nation or as people, we will give our civil rights, we will give our right to do anything to a certain government, a system of government. And in turn, we will be looked after, protected by that government, which is what governance is about. The rule of law is that nobody is above the law. But we all have to understand one thing. We have to be actors, not spectators, in any form of governance. The youth are busy on social media. I can assure you that most of the youth of today don't even know 5 names of ministers of state. Most of them don't even know one name of a minister of state, but they'll probably know all the gossips on Twitter or on Snap or on IG. Yes, it doesn't preclude or doesn't mean that they do not see what is wrong with society, but we all need to be part of this system. If the adults are the only one part of this system and the youth feels that, well, they don't care, they don't go out to vote, they don't take part in the political system which we have, which brings us into the situation that we have, then we will eventually find ourselves in a situation where only a few people get to do what they want and the rest of us have to follow. Fix the country, fix the nation was countered by fix your attitude and the likes of things. Look, for me, I think opinions are like noses and everybody has one. The fundamental of this all is that we all have to get up and be actors in governance. We don't have to let this political setup be for the few, where somebody will say, oh, me, I don't care who is in power, I don't care, I don't vote, I don't care who is the president, I don't care who is president of this, I don't care who is the minister. Yes, you should care, because if you are on Twitter posting fix the nation and you don't know the name of your ministers, what does that say of you? It means you are not part of a system which governs you. And to be part of the system that governs you will mean you have to stand a post and man that post. In the coming days, in the coming weeks, in the coming months, there is going to be a lot of discussion on what needs to be done. Everybody has their own opinion, but fundamentally, so most of us, after a democratic election, have to give 4 years mandate to the person who won the election. So we can only comment and we can only try and put the system in check. Nobody is saying that we have to be bystanders. For me, as a civil society operator, I do my best by commenting, writing, and engaging the media in the energy sector to make sure that government policy are interrogated, government policy are explained, and if possible, drive myself to the ministry and ask questions, or be on TV or radio and ask questions. But most of us are just happy to just be in our armchairs at home in the comfort of our surroundings and don't do anything. It's not gonna augur well as a nation if we do not get up and man a post. We need to be participants in our democracy. We need to be participants in our governance. Next year, we'll see the election of grassroots officers for all the political parties. I entreat all the youth who are doing Fix the Nation, Fix Mother Ghana to be part of these grassroots elections. Most people don't even know where their constituency office is. It doesn't have to be CPP. It doesn't have to be MPP. It doesn't have to be MDC. It doesn't have to be any of the parties. If you feel that there are a lot of parties and you want to join any, go and join one of them. But we all need to belong to something. You cannot say that I don't do politics. Oh, for me, I'm not interested in politics. And then all of a sudden want to post hashtag Fix the Nation. Because you need to be part of the process. You can even join a civil society organization, or you can form a civil society organization. I realize that in this country, the Ministry of Energy or the energy sector has the most civil society organizations. Ministry of Communication don't have any civil society organizations, and there's a lot wrong under our communication. The telcos are not working well. The networks are very bad. We are paying high for data. We are paying ridiculous amount of money just to make calls, and nobody's talking about it. There isn't a lot of civil society under the healthcare. We all know the state of our healthcare. Service delivery is very bad, and nobody is talking about it. So the list goes on and on and on and on, and everybody can be part of something. We all can start talking about doomsop. We all can start talking about lights going off in the energy sector and the upstream or downstream. Some people who feel so passionately about what is going on in this country should just get up and let our voice be heard. I think the first step of the youth in posting hashtag is that what is next? I don't want to see a situation where people want to mobilize themselves into a political party. Yes, you can form a political party or you can join a political party, but let's not make it about trying to get into power. Let's make it about shaping the conversation by being part of the system in whichever way that we can. For me, I say good luck and let the conversation begin. I think there's a lot to talk about, and being a leader or our political leaders should listen to us, because as His Excellency John Ejekum Kufuor rightfully put it in his recent interview, a leader without followers is no leader. You cannot be saying you are leading us when you turn your back, there's nobody behind you. You need us to criticize and you need to listen. And if the youth are saying fix the nation, let's all support and engage in that conversation and point out what is wrong with Mother Ghana and fix it. I'll take this opportunity in advance to wish Barka de Salah to our Muslim colleagues. Thank you.